to be happy with the way it was all coming together tonight with the pitching and the hitting.
It was a fun game. I mean, you got to enjoy good performances across the board. You know, for the most part, you know, everything was like you'd kind of draw it up. You know, you get Ervin, who didn't have his best stuff and battled his way and still put up 6 zeros. That's pretty impressive. And offensively, you know, we hit the ball over the fence. The ball was carrying for whatever reason. There wasn't much wind, but it seemed to, especially out to center field. And, you know, Doge got going. Joe hit one out. And, of course, Miggy hit the bomb. And, you know, Castro had a good night with the bat. The only hiccup, we missed a throw on a steal attempt there. That's if you want to get picky. But other than that, you know, Buck had a good night, too. So just nice to get the homestand off to a good start with a win. And, yeah, Ervin keeps rolling.
What is it with Ervin that, you know, even on a night that he doesn't have his best stuff, he's still throwing some?
You know, obviously, you know, all the cliches about a veteran pitcher, you know, you got to learn to pitch when you don't have your best stuff. I thought, you know, his command with the walks that you saw, just tried to grind. You know, slider was kind of hit and miss. You know, changeup was, you know, a good pitch for him. But you could tell he just didn't have quite the feel. But, you know, when you get guys on or base on balls, he'd find his way to keep the inning clean. But, you know, he knew after 6 that he was probably, I won't say fortunate to get through it unscathed, but it was one of those nights where he had to battle a little extra hard.
When a guy like Snow hits a ball that hard and that long, I mean, that just put a charge into the team. And
yeah, there's no question. I mean, it's he's been on, you know, quite a roll really since the beginning. This last week's been probably at another level. But you know, Gray made him look a little silly the first at bat. You know, he got him to chase and he came back after the 4-pitch walk and Dozier's homer, and he was ready for that fastball. There's just a very, very small percent of players that could ever dream about hitting a ball like that, and he seems to have that capability on a almost nightly basis here as of late. So it's fun to watch.
Is there something between the first and second trip through the order that the guys saw from Sonny? Because obviously he started out very hot, and then he kind of tailed off velocity-wise.
You know, I thought he was good early. He had a little extra velocity when he needed it. You know, the curveball was really dropping off the table. He was throwing that little, I don't know if it was a little cut changeup or whatever he was throwing. Yeah, and that's what he left one over from the middle for Dozier, and that was a big hit because, you know, up to that point we hadn't done anything. And then he might have lost his focus there on the I think it was a 4-pitch walk to Max right after that, and Miggy made him pay. So, yeah, as good as the stuff was early, you know, you're fortunate when you put 3-4 runs on the board on that guy.
Good signs from Buxton. Rips that one to left and gets caught, and then the next at bat comes out and hits one over the fence.
Yeah, it was, you know, he pulling a couple balls, and we talked about, you know, as he comes back, you know, that'll happen naturally. You know, I think the fact that he's starting to see the ball a little longer, he can still trust that his hands are quick enough to pull pitches that need to be pulled, and tonight we saw that with the liner to left and then the hanging breaking ball.